Hey everyone, welcome back to CraftyPlannerLovR. My name is Megan and today I'm going to be doing a quick little flip through and tutorial, I guess, of my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. I'm obsessed with how this came together. I cannot wait to get started on it, and I cannot wait to see how much it grows and how it differs throughout the time that it goes through all of my sisters. So if you don't know what the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal is, it is a take on the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. If you've never seen that movie before or read the books, it is where a group of girls have a pair of pants and it magically fits all four of them, even though they're different sizes and shapes, and they think that it's fate. So throughout their time, they send the pants back and forth. You have to wear the pants and then write about how, like, your life went while you were wearing the pants. So that's what the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants is. Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal is same concept. You're going to be doing things in the journal and you're going to be basically decorating a junk journal based off of all of the sisters that are in your group. We actually have 11 people total. I know. We have 11 people total in our group, and we meant to have 10, but we miscounted and we forgot to count ourselves, so now there's 11, and that is great. That means there's so much room for creativity and so much room to see how everybody, you know, decorates their journals, what their prompts are, and all of that. So I'm going to share with you a couple of clips that I created, a couple of spreads of the different journals that I made, or the different pages in here that I made, and then I'm going to do a quick flip through. Really quick PSA to any of my sisters who are watching this, who are in the Sisterhood group. I will be showing my pages in this journal, so if you do not want to see what I have done in this journal and you want it to be a surprise, I would recommend probably skipping this video. I appreciate you watching, but just in case you don't want to be spoiled, I would go ahead and, you know, click out, save it maybe, and come back to it once you've gotten my journal so you can kind of see my process. But just wanted to put that out there because I know a couple of the girls who are in the Sisterhood group follow me on YouTube, so just in case they wanted to, you know, see what's happening, maybe you would not want to click on this video. had a lot of fun. The only thing that I didn't really show you was how I did the cover. The cover, I used fabric. I got this fabric from Hobby Lobby. I covered it with some tacky glue and glued it on to the planner cover or the journal cover, and then I did a couple of coats of Mod Podge on here so that it would be a little bit more durable. And then for the letters, these are actually letters that I got. These are beads. If you can't tell, there's a little beading hole on the side there. These are from Hobby Lobby as well. I used some E6000. Y'all, that was some strong stuff that made me pass out. It was very, very strong, so don't do that unless you're in a ventilated area, which I'm sure most of you know that already. But I covered it with some E6000, and or not covered it, but used E6000 to place all of the different individual little letters here, and I thought it was just really cute because it kind of reminds me of a friendship bracelet, and I thought it was awesome. So that is a little introduction. I wanted to make sure that I had a journal that had a strap because this thing is already chunky and nobody has even started it yet. So it's going to get even more chunky, and I'm very excited to see how much it grows. So let's go ahead and go through what we have. So when you open up the page, you have our little introduction, which says Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. I loved creating this page, and I thought it was so fun to make. As you can see, there is going to be a theme of the Sugary Gal Shop little papers. So you will see that theme throughout this because I have been hoarding those papers, and I was like, you know what? I need to show my creativity, and I need to use these pages. So that's what I did. So we have this introduction page, and then you're going to flip to the guest, the introduction to like the guest page. So I have the cover decorated, and it says welcome to Megan's journal. I do need to cover this part here in some Mod Podge so that it won't peel off, because for some reason the lettering stickers that I used decided they didn't want to stay. But we have our guest check, and this is what this looks like. This is what it looks like. It's actually like a library card, but I didn't have the fancy one that everybody uses. If you've seen any of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal videos, then you know which one I'm talking about, but I didn't have that, so I thought this would be fun. I made a little pocket here, added some pearls, and then this Sarah Art sticker. I try not to use Sarah Art's stickers in this journal, only because I am going to be in the traveling journal with her, and I'm sure she's going to be using those in her own journal, so I tried to stay away from using those, not because I don't like them, but because I know that she's going to be using her own stuff, so I wanted to kind of stray away from that. But I love this, and I thought it was just super cute. Then we have a little rules. I didn't really have a rules page. I was just like, you know what, I don't care what you guys do, you just be creative, just make sure it's not like super personal, and make sure that it's not going to be controversial. We all know each other, so we are all very familiar with each other and how we interact, so we're not really worried about that. But I have my little rules and my welcome letter, and I have this cute little faux wax seal on here. So we have my introduction page and the guest check-in. Then we have my about me page. This was one of the pages that I was really worried about making, but I actually really like how it turned out. I think it's super cute. Then we have my favorites page, which is another one that I had a lot of fun creating. I did pull some inspiration from somebody on TikTok with the little paper scraps here. So I did not come up with that idea on my own, but I tried to stay away from the TikTok and Instagram and YouTube to get my own ideas, because I really wanted to be creative with this. So but I do not take credit for the little paper thingies, because I thought that was just too cute. So this is my favorites page. Then we have a little about Florida page, because I live in Florida, so we have a little postcard from an area that I grew up in. And then we have just a little about Florida page. This was super fun to create. I actually made this page while I was watching To All the Boys I've Loved Before, so I thought it was just funny. Then we have my Stampapalooza page. This page is going to be all about using your stamps. So rubber stamps, acrylic stamps, anything. I thought this would be a cool interactive little stamping page so that I can see it grow. And you'll see a lot of interactive pages in this journal. Then we have my washi quilt. I actually turned the page and I was like, wait a second, I missed one, but I didn't. We have my washi quilt page, so you can add your little washi tape to the page, and then when you're finished with it, it should look like a little quilt. So I added some of my own washi samples here. This is washi that I forgot about and I literally never use, but when I used it, I was like, oh, I should probably use that more. So that's the intention. Then we have my seasonal pages. A lot of the girls were talking about doing color dumps, and I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So I decided I wanted to do seasonal pages. So basically you're just going to add anything related to the season that you want to. So we have spring, and I added a couple of little stickers here. These are a little bit bulkier, so it does make the page a little bit, you know, chunkier, but I try not to add too many 3D elements to this. Then we have summer. To be honest with you, this is my least favorite page, but I cannot wait to see what it's going to look like when the other sisters add to the page. So we have that. This is a little Sarah Lynn Art sticker. Then we have spooky, because there are several girls in the group that love Halloween, so I thought I would add that to this page. This is another Sarah Lynn Art sticker, but I thought it would be a really fun way to add some creativity and to incorporate the other sisters' style. So we have our spooky page. This is our fall page. I love this one. This one's super fun. I probably should have chosen a different colored scrapbook paper, but it's too late now. These guys are puffy stickers, so I'm interested to see how they will hold up throughout the journal. Then we have a Christmas page, because of course we have to have Christmas. I love the bluey sticker. Then we have a winter page, because obviously I had to include winter just in case you don't like Christmas or you don't celebrate Christmas. I love this. These are all, I think, Temu stickers, and they are super cute, except for that one. Then we have a bow page where you can add all of your bow stickers to the spread. And I tried to give like a little title to each one of them. So Spring Dump was my first one. And then Summer State of Mind, Get Spooky, Happy Fall, y'all. This one is Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Hello Winter, Fabulous. I thought that was really funny. And then a hearts themed page. I liked this one, Got Heart. I thought that was really clever. I was very proud of myself with that one. Then we have a book page, which I made this page, and then the girls in the chat were kind of like sharing a little sneak peek of things that they were doing, and I realized that everybody else was doing a book page, but it's fine. Everything's great. We have, I like my coffee icy and my book spicy. I love this sticker, and it is hilarious because a lot of us are like that. And then we have a Fourth Wing sticker. We have a Throne of Glass, Sarah J. Maas trilogy, Crescent City, and a Court of Thorns and Roses, and then we have some other stickers here. So I said that they could add their own reading or bookish stickers, or they could recommend their favorites. So they can decorate this however they want to. They can write their books in here, or they can just add stickers to it if they want to. Then we have a galaxy page, and I just figured Dreamer was really cool to add there. And then I have another A Court of Thorns and Roses sticker right in the spine because I have a huge sticker pack of those, so I thought it would be fun to use. Then we have a favorite planner shops, and I included this one because Susan, who is Sarah Lynn Art, she is in our sisterhood, and I really wanted her to know, first of all, that she is absolutely loved, and we love her so much. I forgot to add her name on here, which I will do at the end of this video, but a favorite planner shops, I wanted to see if there was any planner shops that nobody knows about. So I thought this would be fun that people could add to. And that ends all of the themed pages. Then we have some interactive pages. So we have the sticker dump, and this is actually a sticker that I created when I was in high school. When I was in art class in high school, we had a project where we had to create a themed something based on a little sticker, and then we got like sticker proofs of everything. And this one was from 8th grade. As you can tell, I was very I was feeling some things about love, I guess. I don't know what it is about this one, but anyway, there's that. So I thought it would be fun to add this one because I literally never use that sticker anymore, so I wanted to include that. And then we have our swap pages. I actually have 3. These are 2, and then we have one more in the back. We have a sticker swap and then a stationery swap. So I actually included a little clear envelope, or a little clear package, so that it'd be easy for you to take them out and put them in. But I made this envelope here, and then I made this envelope here, and we have our little stationery swap. So our sisters can take stickers, leave stickers, take stationery, leave stationery. This one was one of my favorite pages to make. This is a Sisterhood page. So what I'm going to have them do is put a picture of themselves in these little Polaroids. This was a little stamp that my mom had that I used. And then I have a little composition notebook, and they are all little flaps. They flap in a way where you can write on them easily. And this is where you can put your age, maybe some little about yous, but mainly my thought was to have it for your socials and maybe a word of the year. So I thought this would be a fun page to look back on and see all of the sisters and their socials. So we have, like I said, we have 11. So we have 5 on this page and then 6 on this page. So pretty self-explanatory. And then this is the last page. This is a your turn page. I said, now it's your turn, add your spin and creativity if you're stuck and have no inspiration. I included a little ideas list bingo page for you to choose from to make your own pages. Remember, have fun and let go. I can't wait to see what you create. So I have a couple of different ideas here that I thought would be interesting. I tried not to include some of the themes that I see the girls talk about in their spreads, and I make a few others. So one that I really was proud of was alphabet soup. Create a spread or page dedicated to using up your letters. I know for me personally, I don't use W's a lot. I don't use X's or J's. So I thought that would be a good thing to incorporate. So that one was one of my favorite ones. And then another favorite one that I have is a desired travel destination page. So this is a little idea. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see what my ideas are for this spread. But this is what it looks like. I think in my introduction letter, I said that there were 5 pages for each girl, or 5 spreads. So these pages, or if they wanted 10 individual pages, they could do that. But I figured 5 spreads was enough. I mean, I hope so. But, you know, I have that, the rest of the book is completely empty. I did count them out to see how many pages were going to be for all of the girls. So hopefully 5 pages is enough. Like I said, there's 10 of us, so I feel like most of us are going to be okay. So that is all of the rest of this. And then, like I said, we did have one more swap in the back. So we actually have another interactive page, which is a postage stamp edition. You can add all of your favorite postage stamps. And then I have a postcard swap, and I thought it would match well with the postage theme. So I have some postcards here that some of them are from Erin Condren. These are from the flower letters, and then some other postcards and things that I thought would be fun to add. So we have a postcard swap, and the cool thing about this is it's a double pocket. So you can add extra things to the pockets as well. And actually, I think I am going to make sure that you can tell that it is a double pocket. Now that I am thinking about it, I'm going to include both pockets here so that you can see that there are tool pockets. I don't know if this is going to work. Oh no, it's too big. Oh, here, wait, why don't we just do this? That will work. You know, that'll work. Okay, there we go. So now you can see this is actually a tutorial that I found how to make this pocket, and I actually did that with this one as well, except for this one is not a double pocket, it's a single pocket. But this is a tutorial that I found on Instagram that one of the girls shared in the group chat for the Sisterhood chat, so I thought I would try it out, and it was really cool, so I'll link it in the description. And then that is pretty much it. I do have this random empty page, and I don't know what I want to do with it. I think I'm just going to leave it blank. As you can see, I need to fix this, but as you can see, this was like a the background of the paper was really weird and just, so I had to cover it up. But that is my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal video. I hope you guys liked seeing how I created all of these spreads. If you have any questions, then definitely leave them in the comments. I would love to see more girls do this. I would love to see more creativity in the crafting community and seeing how people are coming up with things. I think that this is a really good idea to get yourself involved in mailing. It is not expensive because we do try and do it every 2 weeks, so it gives us plenty of time to, you know, make sure we get the spreads done, but also it gives us plenty of time to, you know, save up for postage. A lot of the girls at the time of me filming have already sent theirs out. I am a little bit behind, so sorry. And they said that it wasn't very expensive for them to ship it. So I am very excited about seeing how this will grow throughout the time. If you want to see more of my crafting content, you can check out my Craft With Me playlist. I have a lot of different content there that aren't planner related, so you can see what I do and how I create different things. There are some videos featuring my mom. There are some videos, you know, with just me. Lots of things for you guys to keep interested in, and I will be having another kind of crafting video coming out soon. If you want to see my process of creating spreads of the girls' pages, I might film them. I'm not sure. We did kind of talk about if we wanted to share anything. So as you know, I already kind of said, you know, to my sisters, please don't watch if you don't want to be spoiled. But I just thought I would share this and give you guys some ideas on how to do it, because let me tell you, I was confused on how to do things, but I think it's going to be very, very fun to create and to see how things grow. Once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, craft on. Bye, guys.